turn it this way a little bit more.
A little bit more over. Well, yeah, you can just spin it. Are we live or no?
Yeah, you should be live.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we live.
Okay. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all glory and honor and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone. Salutations to from the four corners, pushing this truth and sincerity. All right, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. All right, this is GMS, Wisconsin. We got the elder brother Ayash from GMS, Indianapolis. Then we got the brother Kaya. Hand the camera to the brother.
Shalom.
All right, so we just came in through the spirit, and we just gonna go in on an open forum. So whatever brothers got through the spirit, bring it on out. One thing you can notice that's happening right now is a lot of chaos, a lot of uproars of the people, violence in the earth. All right, people. The scripture says the love of many shall wax cold. You see a lot of family members setting each other up to get murdered. All right, and get killed for money. You know. So real quick, you got something?
Yeah, I had some. Real quick.
Go ahead. What
Basically,
have you got? Bring it up.
Going into where we at now, it says, this is Psalms chapter 7, verse 9. It says, "Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God tried the hearts and reins." You know, and just hitting on that point, this is the time of the end of the wicked, you know, and the Lord is about to establish the just, you know, so we basically seeing everything come to an end in this society, you know.
But before it comes to an end, you got to reach a certain peak. It's like when the Lord told Abraham the iniquity of the Amorites ain't fulfilled yet. So, like the scriptures in Job 14 says, he have appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. This rulership got an end date on it. But within that process, we got to see more and more and more evil things. Because if brother don't mind grabbing 2nd Ezra 5, when it's all right, kind of. The verse when it says, iniquity shall be multiplied than what you now see.
Oh yeah.
It's at the top of them somewhere like 6 or something. Or no, 2. Yeah.
All right, just 2nd Ezra 5 and 2.
We start at the top.
All right, come. This is 2nd
Even
Ezra.
though we actually get on, you know, this for the society being wicked, but wickedness is a must, you know.
Yeah.
You know, for this place to be done away with.
So 2nd Ezra 5 and 1, it say, "Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number."
Yeah, and the token is a sign. So the fact that we're seeing more wickedness, that goes into the coming revelation of the kingdom of heaven as well. Because it gotta get worse before it get better.
"And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith."
He going through and seeing the heathen prospering, and it said that he was sore vexed. He like that. So imagine he was so vexed seeing the wickedness he seen. The angel told him, "No, it's gonna be increased above what you see is." Go ahead.
Yep. This back in 2nd Ezra 5 and 2. It say, "But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago."
Right. So all the history, you know what was happening in Rome, in Babylon, and Egypt. All the different history of the wickedness it won't be equated to what's happening right now.
That's why when you go into Revelations, it says on how her sins have reached the heavens.
Yep.
Because it's going to get to a peak where it's just going to be totally nothing but evil and pure wickedness that the Lord is going to have to come back and destroy this place.
Yep.
And somebody want to get in Genesis, hold on deck, the story of Noah. Because it said that at that time, wickedness was basically at its peak.
Yep.
Okay? And that's why the Lord brought in the flood. You got it out.
I got you with the Genesis.
Huh.
This Genesis 6 and 5, it says, "And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth."
See, the wickedness of man was great in the earth. Okay? We can see that right now with the whole Lil Nas X and the Egypt situation, spiritually Sodom in Egypt. Okay? Transgenders, the LGBTQYX MNLP, whatever the hell.
3/4 of the alphabet.
Right.
The alphabet people.
You know, the alphabet people. All right. So nothing but wickedness is going on the earth, man. All right. This devil is trying to paw pierce everybody. That's a wickedness. That's some evilness. All right. Then you got eugenics. All right. Then you got the woman surpassing over the man, and these damn women is so demonic and haughty, which brings in a lot of confusion and chaos, which bring in a lot of death and murders. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
See, so now through the medium, okay, or through the social media, all right, they put these wicked vibrations out there, man. Somebody else as well hold Wisdom Solomon 4:11. They put this wicked demonic vibration out there in the world, man. It happened back in the time of Noah. So how much more now when we're at the end? Okay, they was doing unthinkable things in the time of Noah, and so now today. It says every anything that you can imagine. Okay, if you want to get your rod cut off and turn it into a vagina, that's what you can do.
Pop an animal.
Yeah, popping animals.
Miriam.
Right, marrying animals.
And all these people are into witchcraft.
Yep,
you know,
yep.
In some way, form, or fashion, most of these people are into witchcraft.
Yep.
They
Go ahead.
deal with the left-hand side.
Yep.
It says, and Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth.
And that's what's going to happen now again. It's going to be beginning with Babylon being destroyed with the fire. Okay, which in Revelation speaks about the second death. Okay, that first death.
And it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast,
We good now.
and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repented me that I had made them, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
Right, because of course Noah was perfect. You know, I think he said he was a preacher of righteousness.
Yep.
But he was a perfect man. But the Lord had to rid the whole world because it was all corrupt, man. You know, due to man's devices. Because the scriptures say he made man upright, but they sought out many inventions.
Yep.
And see, this is the downfall of man because of their own inventions. You know, you got man trying to blame God for everything, but really, you're supposed to really blame yourselves, man. You know, because he made us perfect, he made everything perfect. Upright. I had 2nd Ezra chapter 4. Unless you wanted to go with your precepts that you had called. I know y'all called. I don't want y'all to forget them.
4 and 11 with
I got,
4 and 11.
I got something real quick.
Kind
before we go on. 1 John 5 and 18. It says, "We know that whosoever is born of Yahweh sinneth not, but he that is begot of Yahweh keepeth himself, and the wicked one toucheth him not." All right, which means what? He can't be influenced, all right, by the society. All right, and we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness.
The whole world lieth in wickedness, man. All right, and I had made an analogy of this before. Remember in the Neo movie, right? When Morpheus was showing Neo how everything was the Matrix, and he had showed him the TV, and the TV looked like a destroyed place. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's basically us. We are in basically a destroyed place, man. You know, we are that light and darkness. That's in John, the first chapter. That was Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah was being that light in the dark, basically rejected him, which is the people. You know, scripture, and as well as scriptures speak about gross darkness to people. So the people is just completely out of control and wicked right now. You know, and we're those ones that the Lord actually predestined through the Spirit. Lord willing, we're that number, basically being shielded at all times from the evil.
You
know,
it's funny you mention that the movie scene because it basically showed you the reality of the ultimate end of the society.
Yeah.
And because it's what is Ecclesiastes 7, it says we'll go to the house of mourning rather than to the house of feasting. You know, because it says this is the end of all men, and basically that's what you see. Men feasting, men in that mirthing, that folly, they way into their folly. It's the same thing that happened right before the flood, because the scripture says it shall be as in the days of Noah. So we're in that same. So it's nothing new under the sun. So we seeing people do the same thing that they did during the flood, right before the flood. You know, during the time of Nimrod.
When they was in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
And you got to think of the Sodom, man. It had to be no holds barred, man.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause that whole town was, you know, in
5 cities.
sexuality. You know, 5 cities. man.
5 cities, you know, straight wickedness. I got something real quick. This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good."
It's like it wasn't just homosexuality, because that's a heavy demon. It can be many demons. It wasn't just that. They was doing all kind of shit there, man. Whether it was incest, bestiality, all those different things.
You know, raping the men, because
Yeah.
they showed you they tried to take the angels.
Right.
They're probably chopping their rods off too.
Yeah. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yep. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise."
That's talking about people that actually look down upon righteousness, all right? And but evil is basically what? It's some kind of fucking reward in this society. You know? Yeah.
It says, "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight."
And that's these people. They come up with all these different inventions, man.
Do what thou
right?
wilt.
To what? To actually get away from the Most High, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why all these different inventions and all these different religions is just concocted. You know, it's all to get away from the Most High. You know.
That's right. I got something real quick for you. This is John 3:19. It says, "And this is the condemnation that light."
Hey, so like, and they tricking people actually thinking it's a godly nation, man. You know. But really, America is fucking completely lawless, man. This is the worst country on earth, man.
Right.
You know, because at least in those other countries, they kind of got like some kind of morality there, especially if you go to the Middle East. You know. But now America going to these other countries and what fucking corrupting them, man.
Yep.
And it goes into what to the Book of Revelation, you know,
That image.
the wine.
Yep.
Okay.
Wine and wrath of fornication.
The democracy. Verse 19, this is John 3:19. "And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness."
Which is all these brothers, all right? We represent that light, all right? All right, we're the night light on the side of your bed, all right? Go ahead.
"And men love darkness rather than light."
Yeah, man love evil. Another word for darkness is evil. Man love evil rather than light, all right? Because know what? You can tell somebody, all right, you can get somebody advice like, look, the reason you gotta have blood pressure, all right, because you eat pork.
Right.
A nigga will straight up rebel again. He'd rather get his leg cut off and fucking diabetes to actually stop eating it.
Yep.
You know? That's delusional, and that's just straight up loving evil, man.
Yep.
You know?
Because their deeds were evil.
Right. These are evil. You know?
And like you said, they get a little success from being evil. So it's in this society, it's easy to do evil, and that's what they push on a daily basis. And there's a quick reward for evil.
Like, what's his motherfucking Dwayne Wade son? They flying to this little punk.
Zaire.
It's all over the damn internet. You know?
Instant gratification.
You're right, instant gratification. I leave him alone, let him be who he wants. Like, no.
Yeah. That's out of order.
That's out of order. He don't even.
Because he's gonna regret it. Eventually, he's gonna regret it.
Yep.
Because a lot of and it's a thing. There's a lot of information about how a lot of transgenders, how they cut off their rod, and those that got the breasts and stuff, they regretting, basically doing these little augmentations and stuff, because really their bodies started to break down faster than it would normally do.
You know, the Kai always bring that up.
Yeah.
Because it's not natural.
Right. Exactly. And they trying to play it off as natural. And so all America does is enable the fucked up behavior. That's all it does. Is it enables you to continue with going on in your wickedness. And that's why the scripture Micah 2:10 said, this place is not your rest. It will destroy you. You know?
It's polluted.
It's polluted, kind of, yeah.
Yep. going back, it says, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
And that's what it is that correction.
Yeah.
Like when you read Proverbs, I'm gonna grab a quick precept on that because people don't want to be that accountability. All right, people always refer that to the women, but women been raising the majority, especially in the Israelite community. Women been the ones that's raising. So now even the men don't accept accountability. So now we got a nation of people that don't want to be accountable.
You can't judge me.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can't judge me.
Right.
So,
Only
yeah,
God
judging
can
it.
judge
You know,
me.
and that's a good point because the scripture said what? Well, wickedness come from women, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So basically, you got wickedness raising up this generation that's coming, man. Because women are naturally wicked, all right.
Naturally.
You know?
That's why Esau broke up the family and gave the woman the power. Because he knew that she had destroyed this motherfucker without no leader, without no father in the
Without
household.
even trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Women don't
Without
think.
emotions. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Women are dumb.
Well, the scripture says that he deprived them of their wisdom and understanding. You know?
Well, that's why the scripture says, go back to what you said earlier, mistress women bring forth monsters.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at today.
Yep. That's right. Verse 21 says,
See, we're not like this society. We don't uphold women, all right? We look down on women, all right? Like it's supposed to be. They're not equal to us. You know, we look down upon you, all right? You supposed to be behind, not on the side of us.
Yeah.
All right? Fuck behind us, man.
Far behind.
And that's the thing that's pussy worship, you know? And it's
Well,
like, go here.
our society was like that. In the ancient world, it was a patriarchy. It was all. It's about the man. It was catered to the man, which society is supposed to be catered to the man. We the one that build the nation and keep the nation protected and all of that, man, and instill the values and principles. The women don't do that because the scriptures say the courage abate the courage, meaning to leave off. They don't have the courage, you know. Slakia, you gotta bring yours out.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead,
Your point. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
See, and reproof of instruction is the way of life. So here you got the men of the Lord, all right, out here on the highways and hedges, giving you that light, giving you the understanding to basically to live.
Instructions.
Yeah, the instruction to live, like they say, the acronym of Bible. What is it? Basic instruction before leaving Earth. Well, this is really the basic instruction before we get beamed up out of here, man. We got a blueprint that we got to go by, and the rest of the world is gonna be destroyed by not basically following after the blueprint. In the time of Noah was a preacher of righteousness, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he was a preacher of nothing but righteousness. Okay, and right before he got on that ark, the Lord, right before the flood came, the Lord told him to get on the ark. Well, the second go around, Salaki, the second go around, this second death, there's gonna be a fire. Right before this fire, is gonna put us in that ark.
Yeah, but I'm saying, we telling you to get on spiritual ark. This is the ark. You know?
It's the ark.
All right? The wisdom and knowledge.
Kind.
That's the ark.
Yep. What's that song?
But the scriptures say fools hate knowledge.
That's right. Yep.
And the fear of the Lord is a man's trust.
It's his treasure.
Real, when you tell people about the commandments and just they just think it's just too much for a nigga.
Right.
Oh my God, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know?
Well, it says what it's irksome. Well, no, it's not irksome, but
I think it says
it's
grievous.
fetters. It's what truth and wisdom is like fetters.
Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom is fetters to certain individuals. So it's like they in lockdown, like you know what I'm saying? They in prison.
Wisdom like better than feet.
Thank you, Dwada.
But,
You know?
but this Esau society, that's not better still.
Right. That's not fucking
You gotta
change.
fucking not eat, and you gotta fucking
Renew it.
your plates and
Yep.
all these dumbass fucking rules, man. You know, and the Lord, He just telling you to basically when you read the law, it's really telling you on how to treat your brothers.
That's it.
You know, that's really what
In
the
the
law
earth.
is actually teaching you, man.
Yep.
In the earth.
Right, so you can remain, so you can be peaceable with all men. That's really what it tells you. It tells you how to self-sustain yourself, how to love yourself, and how to love and sustain those around you.
The niggas
You
be
know,
talking about black
So
on
you
black
can cry.
crime.
Right, exactly.
But the Lord
Be
said,
no
what?
black
Thou
on-
shalt not kill. Or what?
Exactly.
Thou shalt not steal from your brother. All that guess what? That
Should
would
covet your brother's wife.
that will stop the shit in the hood.
Yep. Hell yeah. And damn sure stop all the murders in the hood of adultery. Because a lot of reasons why Jake is in prison and 6 feet under is because of goddamn woman and adultery. You know?
The woman trying to impress the woman.
Yep.
Then you got the vainglory. You got the love of money. Is the root of all evil. So Esau is pushing that shit to all of our people, and that's why the society fucked up. But they'll never go to the core issues.
Yep.
Why? They need those principles. They need the scriptures to really get and correct them. But Esau don't want that. They need these niggas, these faux niggas, to fuel their prison system, man. You know, the whole justice system is based on afflicting the poor.
Yeah. It's ultimately for the Israelites to not wake up to the truth. All this that this devil is doing is only set for Israel to be at the bottom, so the Lord, so Esau can go accuse us to the Lord. You know, that's what really boils down to. Get these niggas to be fucked up in the head and full of witchcraft and drugs and folly, so they won't have no idea of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, so he can accuse us. You know, but go ahead. You had a precept. Was that done?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not?
Okay, God. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 5, and it reads, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof."
Like the earth is defiled, man. It's polluted. It's so polluted that the Lord is going to get ready to destroy this place, man.
It says by the inhabitants.
By the inhabitants. Yeah.
So those that's inhabiting the earth is polluting the goddamn earth. Excuse my language. But also, the scripture also say, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked run the earth and they're polluting the earth.
Yep. And they got something called when you go into Isaiah 14, it says that no feller has come up against us.
Yeah.
When you go into feller, which is a tree, someone who chops down trees. Well, that's Esau. Okay, and in fact, they have a machine called, I think it's called a fellow butcher machine or something like that. It's this big ass fucking machine this devil made to grab
Grab a tree, chop
tons of trees and chop them all at the same time, man.
and then cut off all the branches at once.
That's Esau, man. That's the feller, man. Person who chop down trees, and trees is not what is it?
Represents
nations as well. Okay, so because of the inhabitants, man, which is who the devil, Esau, Edom. All right, because he's destroying the land with fracking. You know what fracking does to the community? You know,
It poisons the water.
It poisons the water, poisons the soil, the crops that grows around in the neighborhoods. Like they do a little bit of fracking in Wisconsin, and when they go out, kind of. They don't go too far from houses and shit. Yeah. So when you do it, all that gunk and shit goes straight into the sewers and it goes up into the goddamn houses, man. Bathe in it, and drink it, fucking frack it, man.
Mississippi, a lot of people was getting cancer from the water.
Yeah.
Documentary on that.
Yeah. I think
from fracking, man. Fracking is a big cause of a reason why people have health issues and shit in the homes, man.
Well, you see, the oil refineries just recent in the Gulf. Turned to blaze, man.
You know you wicked. You can set fire or water on fire.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a prophecy in itself. That's a scripture in
It's
itself.
like it's fucking middle of the ocean. It's a fucking fire.
A fucking pipeline.
Like people don't even like you can't even like that right there should be like something's fucking wrong. The ocean is on fire. Do you hear that?
The ocean is on fire.
The ocean is on fire.
Wow, that's not the second pipeline. First pipeline.
And well, yeah, I wish I said, well, life will already be kindled.
Right.
It's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be fire on the earth. You know. Go ahead, you got it.
I just wanted to also say, when you go into that word defiled, it means like profane and godless. And you know, Hebrews the 12th chapter, Esau is called profane. You know,
outside of the temple.
God outside of the temple.
These devils set the ocean on fire.
Yeah, outside of the temple. Basically, outside of the temple, that means you're unholy. You know, you're not consecrated. You know, you're not sanctified. You know, chosen. You're not chosen. Yeah.
Not wanted.
Not wanted. Yeah.
Scripture say, what's that? Esther, you said,
Push back.
Yeah. He put Esau back like, make this nigga up. There you go. Get over there. Go ahead, brother.
We'll start over. This is Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. When you go into that word transgress, it means like you turned away from, pretty much you left off from.
Because trans represent movement.
Yeah.
That prefix. And the scripture also says he had left off.
To be wise.
Do wise.
Do
Yeah,
wise.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I had a precept after you done.
Yeah, that's why I say, is wisdom in teaming anymore? You know?
Verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
We know who the curse is. You know? Yep. Let's look at his actions. Oh, hell, look at him. You know, look at his skin.
That leprosy.
You know, that leprosy.
You go into the word desolate, it literally means to be found guilty. Esau will be found guilty in the end. It's wickedness. That's what it means.
No, yeah, because the brother, that scripture, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants, and the reason why is because the covenant is transgressed. Like what was stated earlier is that the law teach you how to treat you, how to teach your neighbor, how to treat yourself, all right, and how to treat the earth. Now this is Deuteronomy 20:19. It says, when thou shalt besiege a city a long time, and making war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them, for thou mayest eat of them, and thou shalt not cut them down, for the tree of the field is man's life.
Growing up, you know, when I was a kid, you actually still had trees, like apple trees and shit.
Yeah,
Plum trees. Now you don't see that, you know. When I was growing up, we had a apple tree, you know what I'm saying? Right across from my grandfather's house. You don't see that no more, man. They chop the shit down. And plus, they don't want you to feed yourself, you know.
Exactly.
You should never have to fucking depend on this devil if you can actually eat off the land, man.
Yep.
You know?
Another part of the trees being for man's life is producing oxygen.
Yeah, come.
And also, like the analogy the brother gave, that machine that does that, what's crazy is you don't need to do that. See, the Lord balanced everything out, because before they was doing all of that, they did it with the hemp plant, all right? Because the hemp plant can grow to like tree-like heights in a relatively short time. So anything they want to do, they can, and it grows. It's easy to grow. It grow in all type of different situations or whatever, and that's what they used to do. You can, everything they want to say they need the trees and the wood for, they can use the hemp plant to do it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all they transgressed the everlasting covenant, and now the earth is suffering for it, because all that oil that they dig out, the tectonic plates, they rub against each other, and when anything grind against each other, if it ain't no lubrication, then now that's how you get earthquakes. So that's the response of not properly governing the earth. You know, and because of they doing that, look, not the inhabitants, we desolate, burned, finished.
All in the name of you know, driving your cars, living that convenient life. The way Esau is living is unsustainable.
It's like,
all the way around.
Him, you have to do that. He's just like the scripture say, he can never be satisfied. Because they have all kind of fucking oil reserves and shit, man. It's enough oil to fucking sustain it. But he just keep doing it. Keep doing it.
They could have made electric cars years ago.
They gonna steal other people oil.
Yep.
It's all about profit.
You know?
They could run the cars off of hydrogen. They could run the cars off of water. But they choose not to, because they want to monopolize the automobile industry. And that's oppression, man. So this devil is unsustainable all the way around, bro.
Who was that?
Greed.
What's that dude name? The TV show? David, not David Letterman. So David Letterman? He had the first one of they made 15 steam engine cars. He bought one of.
Oh yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, I seen that. That's sustainable, because you know, water can be always replaced. You know, you can't replace the oil in the ground.
I got a quick one real quick. This is on Psalms 82:5. It say, they know not, neither will they understand. they walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
We just talking about the masses. They walk on in darkness.
Yep.
Right? Everything is backwards. Everything is out of course.
They go against the last Sabbath.
As the ruler, so is his people. You know? So it really starts with the leadership. It starts at the very top. And all Esau did was make genetically modified versions of himself. Unsustainable people, unsustainable mankind with this whole westernized philosophy. But they extol this shit to the clouds. Like this is the way to live. You know? And we're gonna see if this was the way to live. You know?
Like Apostle Babar said, Esau always, when he tilled the ground, he tilled it for 6 years. Supposed to leave the ground for 6 years, leave for the 7th year. He said he tilled the ground to death. And that's the reason why the crops is all fucked up.
These devils got enough oil for the next 40, 50 years. Probably longer than that. You know?
To them, and that's crazy because again, to them, all they see is dollar signs. And then a person like that, a human being like that, well, you ain't human if you like that. Really? You know? You got it out. My bad.
Also, Bill Gates, he owned the farming company. He's buying up the land and shit.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
I'm glad backing off what the brother said. But this deals with the land Sabbath. You know, it shows how Esau's greed has caused him to even make, like he said, the GMO, like genetically modified foods. Yeah. This is Leviticus 25:3. It says, 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. It says, but in the 7th year shall be the Sabbath of rest unto the land.
And this devil, he bought up all the agriculture industries, and what he doing? Non-stop. Feeding the animals corn, and then he feeding the animals what they ain't supposed to be eating.
Corn is one thing.
Tilling the
They give them
ground.
fucking Snickers.
Exactly. Spraying the ground with fertilizer. You know.
They giving the cows Snickers, man. So that's why, and that's another reason why the beef is so bad, man. You know? Because Esau giving them fucking corn and Snickers, man. That's why you gotta actually like go somewhere and you might see something. This is a grass-fed cow.
Right.
And you gotta actually put it on the package. You know?
That's crazy.
But see, the nigga supposed to be eating grass any fucking way.
Oh, and
That's
then
madness.
the way the Lord made their stomachs, you know, they got 4 stomachs that they digest it a certain way. This devil cut holes in their stomach and manually digest it for
Yeah,
them.
they like stick their hand in there and
Yep.
take it out.
One thing, he had a
Because they
fucking,
can't digest it.
he had like he put a fucking lid
Yep.
on the fucking cow, man.
Yep.
And was opening it up and was fucking going in the, like, god damn. You know?
The
world we
mad
live in.
scientists. Right, a mad scientist. Supposed to be making everything better, but you making it worse. You got it out.
It says the Sabbath for the Lord Yahweh.
Scripture said the worst of the heathen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, it says,
The worst of them.
Horrible, man.
it says the Sabbath for the Lord Yahweh, thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyards. You know, give the land rest, man.
And then they around here, they wondering why the soil off. Because the way you going about doing things, it's that simple.
Right, because like I said before, you're supposed to till the ground 6 years, leave the 7th year, you're supposed to leave, go to another land and do the same thing. 6 years, then leave the land 7th year. You know what I'm saying? Esau just
I appreciate it. Back to
fuck everything.
Con, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16, and it reads, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
They don't feel right unless they do evil. Because what evil is fucking embedded in them, man. That's what he do. You know? Strange from the womb. You know?
Work iniquity upon his knees.
So he gonna do what he gonna do regardless, man.
Right.
You know?
I got something real quick. Hosea 4:3, it says, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein.
Not even just the land, the people too.
Yep.
You know, it said, well, when the wicked are in power, the people mourn. You know? So everything is basically sad the people all the way down to the animals.
Sad.
Oh, that's great.
You know?
Sad case.
So that's why everybody is fucking suicidal.
Yep.
Fucking,
Yep.
people, I'm fucking depressed.
Yep.
You know? So Esau got you on fuck, what you call it?
Antidepressants.
Right, antidepressants.
Antidepressants, yep.
You know? Because the fucking society you live in.
Drinking crazy.
Go ahead.
Everything on
Prozac
made out of petroleum.
Through.
Oh,
Yep. This is Hosea 4:3. It says, "Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish." So we through. The people's through.
well, Isaiah
Yep.
24 and
Hey.
5 said the same thing. It says the people in the people in the land mourn.
Hey, you got people that ain't even played sports, man. They got bad knees.
Yep.
You know?
Bad backs.
Just walking on bad backs.
Yep.
They never played sports, none of that, man.
Yep.
I gotta go.
They ain't fat or nothing. You know? They ain't out of shape, but they just got bad knees.
Walking on this concrete.
You know?
Yep. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beast of the field and with the fowls of the heaven.
Hey, did we just mention that? The beasts of the field languishing?
Yep.
The fowls of the heavens language. You see thousands of birds die at one time.
Yep.
You know?
See shit. You see whales, man, washing up on sea, man.
Yep. Because of the fucking
Plastic.
plastic in the
Plastic
damn
on it.
ocean and
Yeah,
shit.
all
Hey, you open their stomach, they burst open.
Yeah.
You know?
So we need a what it is we need a whole reset.
Yeah, kind of.
This place needs to be reset and it needs to be established upon righteousness, man.
That's right.
Okay. So keep it going. It says in the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. And look, that's prophecy right there, man. We can really read this and then we can pull up an article on it to let you know that this is actually happening. You know?
YouTube video.
Yeah. So this proves that the Bible is real and that, hey, soon enough this place is going to be
I
destroyed.
was just showing him, like, I seen the motherfucker, what kind of butterflies that? Monarch. And I seen it, I was like, damn, I ain't seen a butterfly in a long time.
Yep.
You know? Not one of those. Instead, I'm like,
They
damn.
becoming scarce.
A lot of bugs that you actually seen as kids, you don't even see worms like you used to. As a kid, you seen the worms on the
When it rains.
When it rains, yeah, it's always when it
You know,
rains.
roly poly, you know, the roly polies
Yep.
and different. You don't see none of that shit.
Yep.
Grasshoppers.
Yep.
Yep. And if you do, you only see a small few. You know, every so often. But that's how you know this place gotta go.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you know what that means then, right?
This place gotta go. You know?
Yeah, because that's a big sign. As the animals and stuff is dying off, who do you think next?
You got it out.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 2, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people
Yeah,
mourn."
like I was saying, hey, people is not rejoicing. People are more depressed. Right now, you got the little holiday. People got off work and all that, so they're kind of free, you know?
Yeah.
But when they go home, they gonna go pop them antidepressants, man.
Yep.
You know?
Get ready for work.
Talk shit on the internet, be I gotta work. You know? Be sad as hell.
Yep.
They
Like
forcing
right
it.
now, like I was just telling them, I'm on vacation, man. I'm dreading going back to work next week. I'm like, fuck.
We're in Babylon. We're in hell.
I got another.
Go ahead. You got it.
It's also the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse
Oh, you
5.
got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Spirit. It says, "Yea, also." Wait. You want me to start from 4? Well,
That soul is not upright.
kind of 4.
Go and start.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright. It's like it is not upright in him."
Hey, that word soul in that scripture is napash, and it means basically essence or being. So everything in his makeup is anti.
Yeah.
It's like everything that, you know, certain things that make, you know, you meet people and they got their little mannerisms, like, oh, that's just them, or that's just him.
Yeah.
But that's how he is.
Esau, yeah.
Yep,
All the
evil,
way through.
All the way through.
Yeah, because he said also, the scriptures say his bowels.
Mm-hmm.
It says
Yep.
his bowels, which is his innermost thoughts, his innermost feelings.
Yep.
It talks about his bowels and how he shut up his bowels.
Yep.
You know, so he don't have compassion. They're not built to have compassion or empathy. They don't look at you, and that's why a lot of these Edomites here in America, they can't wrap their head around what
Our
slavery and then our condition and what we went through.
This is one video we always watch, right? But it's Jake, like in the 60s. And they're, this dude, he passionate, speaking, you know, basically pleading with Esau, but he mighty as hell, you know what I'm saying? He basically, cussing Esau out. Man, but the look on their face was like, just blank, man, you know?
They don't have the capacity
we hear you, but we don't give two goddamn.
Yeah, like what they got to do with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you created the whole situation.
We're gonna continue oppressing you.
Yeah.
It goes into the scripture and science, because when you read Amos, it says he cast off all pity.
Yeah.
And that word pity is wakami, I believe, and it means compassion.
Yeah.
Now they got this thing called neuron mirroring, where Esau they actually studied the brain waves of Edomites watching people of color get hurt. And it was like Asian, Pacific Asian. It was they categorized it by Hispanics and Judah, so-called Negroes. And they every time they showed people of color getting hurt, they watched the screen. Their brains had the same activity as if they was watching a blank screen. So they don't, they really can't empathize with you, because that's how evil they are.
They don't have no capacity. Yeah.
That's why the scripture said for 3 transgressions for 4. Said I destroyed Edom because he did what he, etc. Then he cast off all pity.
Yeah. That's the thing. And then you going into this perpetual hatred.
Yep.
You got it.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right. So they had a noble status, right, in the earth. And they perpetuate themselves as upstanding, but they don't have, their spirit is completely off. It's so they're not upright people. Even though that's the visual that you see on the news and all of that stuff.
That's the whole
white,
white.
Yeah.
When you look at this devil, man, you look at his history, man, he's none of that, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know,
he's always been a problem to the earth.
He's done more hurt than anything.
Yep.
He haven't healed nothing. You know what I'm saying? Anything righteous. You know?
You got that Baphomet. That Baphomet, so as above, so as below. They appear to be innocent and holy and righteous and good going Christians.
Yeah.
But behind it is a sword, man.
They want to kill you.
Yeah, behind it is nothing but death, and evil in their eyes, man. You got it out.
It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5.
Justice to the elect.
It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Yeah, he transgresseth by wine, which is the philosophies, man. The witchcraft, the sorcery that he does. Okay? And then he pushes it and spreads it on the whole on the 4 corners of the earth. Okay, go ahead.
It says, neither keepeth at home.
Right. See, when he go to different lands. Now, who would that be out of all people in the world?
If you had
He transgressed by wine, neither a keeper at home. Who could that possibly be? It only makes sense that it'd be the so-called white man. It only makes sense that that's Esau Edom. Because when you go into Esau, when you go into his blessing, he would have the fatness of the earth. So it don't even make, in the dew of heaven. So it don't even make sense that that's that nigga.
He said he was going to live by the sword.
He live by the sword.
So with him having these things, he bringing that sword with him.
Yep.
You got precept with y'all.
Revelation 6.
That's what
Hebrews 11 and 20.
Hebrews 11. Okay, go ahead.
This is Hebrews 11 and 20. It says, by faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. So those blessings were things to come. So there ain't no way you can. Exactly. You can't get out of this, man.
Shit.
That's how he set up military bases in different parts of the earth.
Yeah, he got more than all other countries combined.
Well, that's what Rome did.
Yeah.
They got AFCOM, they got NORTHCOM, Southcom. They got different. The AFCOM, those are different military bases in different regions of the world. Yep, different branches. Okay. So read that part again.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine,
Uh-huh.
he is a proud man.
Yeah, through his philosophy, which got him. Now, the scriptures speak about how he's through his traffic. Is how he got all his riches. Okay, through that international affairs and you know, import, export, and things like that. But within doing those trades, he's putting in his central bank systems, which brings in democracy, which brings in their way of life, their way of
So
thinking.
yeah, their manner of living. That's where he transgressing.
Yep.
It has to be
Because
done like
he,
this.
like, for example, eugenics. That's part of the one, man. You know, eugenic and his whole philosophy behind eugenics. You know, natural selection. You know, the survival of the fittest. You know, this dude he's not looking to help people. He's looking to survive through his means.
Well,
which
his
is the
inward
sword.
thought is that he should live forever.
Kind of,
So all this is for him to live forever and destroy everybody else. Yep. Go ahead.
It says, neither keepeth at home,
Yep.
who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Yeah, who enlarges his desire as hell. All right, so wherever he goes, is going to be nothing but chaos.
And
Okay.
hell is synonymous with the grave.
Yep. So what did the Lord tell Cain? He said, if thou doest well, you know, the nigga can't do well though. Esau is the number one can't get right. You know?
He the nigga. He the real nigga.
Lord
Yeah,
asked,
the nigga already agreed.
Yep.
Lord asked him, why thou raw?
Yeah. Why? What you mad about,
What you
nigga?
mad?
You slew your brother. What are you mad about?
It's like the fucking Edomite.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like an
What are you
Edomite.
mad
It's like
about?
an Edomite.
Yeah, because you know, Jake, they always talk about, you know, the Black Lives Matter and all, you know, these little fake ass movements. But Esau be mad like he ain't done no wrong.
Like he ain't did shit.
Like
Whole
you-
police
like, you
department.
did shit.
Police department mad as hell at him, and nigga, you just killed their daddy for nothing. You know, and they all mad with their hand on their gun.
Right. They lost a
Esau-
whole life. Like,
Esau's a
I shouldn't be marching.
Esau, motherfucker. That's the unjust judge, though.
Yep.
But see, that's why we have the understanding that we're not finna go to the Egypt for help. You know, we gonna go to the scriptures, man. You know,
you go to this devil help if you want to.
he gonna bite you in the ass. Go ahead, all right.
Snake. It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell,
Right?
and is as death,
Yep.
and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations.
See, cannot be satisfied. You know, you don't go to. I can't think of who said it, but some prominent person on the news came up and said,
Shit, I ain't seen a bumblebee in a long time.
I ain't seen a
Y'all
bumblebee.
got actually fucking bees and shit out here.
Yeah, they see over there, all that stuff over there.
I ain't want to
White
kill it
land,
because if you kill
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
if you kill a mama bee, they gonna smell that shit. They gonna be over there. So smack it. But
No queen the queen. Don't kill the queen.
don't kill the queen. Queen bee. Go ahead, read that again, Salaki. His dies of hell as a death.
God, it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell,
Right.
and is as death,
Go ahead.
and cannot be satisfied,
Yep.
but gathereth unto him all nations.
Yep. And that's what the devil has done. That's what Esau Edom has done, which is the so-called white man.
So
He
what
go to different lands and different countries, and he subdues them up under his rule. You know.
and so whatever he wants, if he wants something, you better believe it's gonna be some bloodshed.
Revelation 6 and 4.
I'm on that.
It's
got-
gonna,
okay,
it's gonna be
cut.
bloodshed. Whatever this devil wants, it's gonna be bloodshed.
Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead with that.
Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
See, that's that. Who's that red horse? Edom, Adawam, which means red, man. All right, our twin brother. All right, power was given unto him. The brother just read in Hebrews 11 on the blessings that was forth to come, which was what? That sword. Okay, so that was that power that was given unto him. All right, to do what though?
And that they should kill one another.
Right?
And there was given unto him a great sword.
Yep.
See, and they the ones that have the world wars, World War I,
Yeah.
World War II.
Three.
The last 500 years, all right, all the wars that basically take place, they claim more lives than Probably won any war in that ticket.
They say, not to cut you off.
No, you go ahead.
They say that World War I had more deaths combined than all other previous wars combined.
See,
so all wars combined.
Exactly. See, so you dealing with the harbinger of death.
Well, Robert Oppenheimer said that. He said that when they created the atomic bomb, he said I have become the destroyer of the world. I am the harbinger of death. They know what they developed they know what they developed the bomb.
Yeah. Esau speaks about destroying things and just annihilating things just so lightly. You know, that shows you that he's the devil.
Yep.
So why would you be the number one candidate to police the world?
Because he'll know some shit with his people there. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be like, well, our people are there too. What do you call it? Collateral damage.
Collateral damage.
Like, I mean, he'll sacrifice anything, you know, for riches, man. You know, or you know, whatever his purpose is. You know,
It's a threat to our homeland security or some shit.
I got a precept. You want more?
No, that's it. That's what I'm
I
there.
got a precept.
And then we get a couple more.
This is Wisdom of Solomon. Hold on, I spelled the damn wrong. Wisdom of Solomon 2:11.
Yes.
It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth."
Right. So the poor, really. So you nothing worth. Meaning you ain't nobody looking at you. Ain't nobody spending their time or worrying about you. So Esau's whole mentality is to run over the primitive things to him, and that would be the poor. You know.
That's they law of justice. Look,
Yep.
because you ain't stronger than us. That's what even what's his name, Theodore Roosevelt, one of their prominent presidents. He said, "Speak softly, but carry a big stick." like if we can't get it done diplomatically, I got this big ass bomb that can convince you. If I can't convince you with these smooth words, then this one I'm gonna resort to.
Well, that's the precept of what he says. Spoke smooth words, but words in his heart. That is the scriptures peg him.
Yeah, you got Esau down to a T, man. You know, we just able to line it up to what, you know, who the Lord is actually talking about, man.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." When you go into that word devise, it means think, plan, or calculate. So Esau calculates iniquity like a fucking calculator, man. You type the numbers in, you know,
Right.
trying to get to whatever you're trying to get. Come
And
on.
He said,
and up with
yeah, they said they measure the violence in the earth.
I was thinking like, how many casualties
Can we get?
Just making projections and shit.
No, they go pray.
Y'all killing too many
They
people.
need a certain amount to the left hand side. They
Yeah,
go
yeah.
pray. We need this amount of, and they go formulate something to happen. 9/11.
9/11.
And
You
with
know?
them drone strikes, they tally up all the death tolls. So they measure the violence that they do in Earth.
Yep.
They tally up the death toll.
Yep.
Yeah, the scriptures talk about Esau being a cunning hunter.
And bro, I was watching a documentary, and it was about the drone strikes, and it was an Edomite on there. He said, the question was asked, you know, do you feel any type of remorse for all the casualties that had nothing to do with you? Bro, if you seen the arrogance on his face, the pride, he was like, we'll bomb them all over again. We wouldn't change nothing. I'm telling y'all, gotta see it, bro. Y'all gotta see
Esau the
it.
devil.
Yeah, I'm talking about dude was a straight devil for saying that. He said all the casualties that don't even matter. He said I'll do it
If he said
1,000
anything else,
times
he would
over.
be Esau.
He said I'll do it again, and he was happy to say it.
That's their pride. Yep.
I think it was after a bombing. They bombed a wedding or some shit.
Yeah, I see that documentary. That is actually the wrong target.
Yeah.
Esau the devil. That's why you gotta get taken out of earth. You know. Now, granted, we understand judgment, but this nigga gotta go. He gotta go.
And that's totally abuse of power.
Yeah, con.
Totally abuse of having power in earth.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
You got all this technology, you got the wrong target. You know,
They didn't care about the target.
Right.
They just they seen it in. Esau do that shit for fun.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they was black.
They strike this shit just for fun.
It's a video out. The dude, you know, the people that actually do the damn drones. He's like, bye bye, we an American, singing and shit and bombing the shit out of people, man. You know.
So that it's a movie.
Good kill.
Yeah, Good Kill, and then another one with the two Jakes. And one of them is a bio. I mean, he's an android or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he was a drone pilot, and he had too much compassion, so they let him go or something like that. I guess something happened.
You know, they be fucking recruiting them people that's like videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me start over. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands.
Yeah, they do test runs, they do drills. Let's see, let's get the reaction of these people. It's in the power of their hands, They got the backing, they got the money, they got the witchcraft on their side. They'll do like a Boston bombing. Let's see who's gonna pay attention to this.
Right.
They'll do a stage attack. Let's see if we can get people to gravitate to this, so we can go over here and do this on the back end. It's all witchcraft and sorcery.
Then the next one, Slocky. Next one gonna be a power grid attack too.
Yeah.
So
Slocky, the coronavirus was a test drill. It was a test run.
It's all psychological.
He mentioned the power grid. Like that's
serious.
That's big. Cause
Yeah.
look. That's the one thing is knocking out the power, but once you knock the power out, guess what? People's food is gonna go bad.
Yep.
Woo.
Hospital gonna be
So you know what I'm saying? If you was able to do something, people still able to eat. That's cool. But once you do some shit like that,
Bread off.
And ultimately, their plan is to keep humanity at 500 million people.
Yep.
So they're gonna do anything they can to generate crises, so they can start generating those numbers that they need.
It says that they're the workers of insurrection.
Yeah.
Now, insurrection is an uprising, so they actually make these things happen. They make the insurrections go down. Go ahead, you got it.
When you go into that word practices, it means accomplish. And I thought about Psalm 64 where it says they accomplish a diligent search.
I was just going to get that.
But I'm gonna go to verse 2. Verse 2 it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
And what does the scripture say? Move not thy neighbor's landmark. So again, you took the Bible, put it in your justice system, prop it up as your legal document of legitimacy, and now what? Now we got to hold you to what the hell you saying you is. Go ahead.
So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
The Arab Spring. That's all we got to say. Shit, we can start with us. The transatlantic slave trade.
Yep.
All right, and also the Gadites that had to suffer and had to go to boarding schools in Canada. All right, you took all their culture away.
Yep. Willie Lynch.
Yep.
Well, then in today's time, you got something called eminent domain, where the government can say, well, we need your land because we're about to build a road or a school or a hospital. But in actuality, what happens is it'd be people with private businesses who generate more taxes for the state, who actually like a car lot versus a restaurant, because the car lot they pay more taxes.
Yeah.
So it'll be something like that, because even the law itself is wicked, but then within the law is another level of wickedness, because you're not even doing what you said it's supposed to be for.
Yeah, they got loopholes in the law.
Yep.
Loopholes,
To benefit them.
Yeah, it's never straightforward.
And they got 30,000 plus laws, and they keep changing laws so they can make, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing it.
That's how you know his court system is just off. Because look, it can be evidence that you actually murdered somebody with some kind of loophole of your lawyer can actually pay out somebody and make some type of case and find a flaw in it.
Yep.
So they
Plead for insanity.
You know what I'm saying? Plead insanity, all that, you know what I'm saying? That's not justice.
Reasonable doubt.
You know?
It was
reasonable
just
doubt.
it said 59. It says You know, what it says, truth never
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
full.
nigga,
Yeah.
good or not?
The point
Fell.
is, it's
Fell
not
into the streets.
straightforward.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not straight. When you read the law of the Bible, the Lord be like, thou shalt not kill. That's it.
That's it.
Sleep with that. Look, y'all don't get put to death.
Yep, that's it.
There ain't no counter law. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
well, I changed my mind, so it's like this.
It was a threat to American freedoms. They be saying all type of shit, man.
Terrorists.
That's just an inflated statement.
That's
That
it.
can mean anything.
You got it up.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians.
Anybody got
chapter
anything
2,
else? We end off. You got something? No? Okay, go ahead.
verse 3.
Start from 4.
And 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped,
Yep.
so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Which is Esau, so-called white man. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
He says that above all who is worshipped, he want to be worshipped as the Most High. He want to be worshipped as the angels, the prophets, Yahweh Shai. All right, everybody.
You
Historical
want to be,
figures.
I say you want to be everything.
Everything. You know?
Like it ain't other actors.
Yep.
You motherfucker make a movie, right? About the Vikings. We just watched the
Yeah, the
Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
Like black people don't exist because we know the Vikings was really so-called black people.
Yep.
You know,
God. He want to be worshipped at all levels.
Germanic tribes.
you just every goddamn body.
Everybody. Everybody? Shit.
That bitter?
You the Egyptians, but you only taught us about the fucking Greeks and the Romans in school. Well, you the Egyptians too, nigga.
The whole
Everybody,
Remember that
bro.
picture?
No, you
The
gotta
whole
be
world
bitter.
could hit.
Remember that
Bro.
picture of
whole world is
144,000?
You gotta be bitter.
all Edomites?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you want to be everybody.
Esau,
Like that with the
Esau
black
144. Yeah, right.
That's because he's nobody.
You're palm of the earth.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Read that again.
God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
Right?
And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
See, this is the time where Esau is to be revealed in. That's why we can pinpoint this place finna go down, because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth now. So we know who's in charge of that. You know? We know that it's so-called white man. All right, who is Esau Edom? And we got keep saying Esau Edom. All right, because that's his biblical name according to the Bible, man. All right, the cast covering over nations is basically is over with. You know, on a smaller scale now through the prophets, but on a wider scale in the end, all right, everybody gonna know who they are. But we have those identifiers on who the wicked is, and that's the white man. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Right, because the seed of wickedness was already planted in earth. All right, and it tells you in the Apocrypha, First Maccabees, on how after Alexander the Great, it said evils multiplied. You know, when it became under the empire of Antiochus Epiphanes, all right, evils multiplied. So Paul was telling them, hey man, the wicked seed is already in earth. All right, the mystery of iniquity does already work. Okay, they just covered themselves up with being called the Romans. That's it. But now we know, and he's being identified. That's why that Lucifer, why art thou fallen, oh Lucifer? Okay, that's talking about the so-called white man. He's been identified, man. You got it.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Right.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Yeah, because the Lord put him in power. All right, he didn't have an ear, let him hear. Yahweh Shai gave Esau the power. He set him up to get the sword, and we know what the scripture says in Revelation 13. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So the Lord gave him something to destroy himself with.
The sword is a curse to him.
The sword, exactly, the sword was a curse. You know?
Come back and
It
bite
says
him in
the
the
evil
ass.
Yep.
be sucked down in the pit that she made.
It's almost
right,
like
right,
he
exactly.
sold his soul for it.
It's just like we've been speaking about this lately. Haman the Agagite, man, he tried to get Mordecai to be hung on the gallows, and that nigga went on the gallows, man. So that's what's about to happen right now. You know?
Hey, since you mentioned that, Mordecai is the seed of the Jews.
Right, he said if he be the seed of the Jews, you cannot overtake him.
Right.
So Esau can't overtake the other Israelites, man. Beginning with the elect, we won't be destroyed, man. That letter you sent to those 120 provinces about destroying that nation that's contrary to the laws of that current empire, which is the Israelites now. We're contrary to the laws of this place, man. That's why they gotta do something to us.
Yeah, and they gotta get us to fall into that iniquity, because that's their trap.
That's it.
But the more Jakes you get to fall in that trap, that's still gonna be on your head as well, because you deceiving them to fall in that trap.
Yep.
Even though they destined for that, but you still gonna pay for
Well, the
it.
scripture says the deceiver
Deceiver is deceiver is.
You know? Go ahead.
You know where it says only he who not letteth will let. I think about Proverbs 16:4, where it says, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil.
That's it.
Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
And that's what we've been doing. We have been identifying who the wicked is through the spirit of the prophet's mouth. Okay, which is coming from Yahweh Shemal Shai. We're just regurgitating out of our mouths, man. It begins with us, and then go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Read it again.
And shall destroy.
Read the whole verse.
Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed,
Right.
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
So this devil's being consumed by the word. That's why Revelation 11 says, great fear fell upon them. Okay? Or you go to an Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon 5, it says, we fools counted as life madness. How is he numbered amongst the saints? You know?
It's locked up.
Yeah, it's locked amongst the righteous.
Enemy without honor.
You know? So they didn't think that we were going to wake up to the truth and identify him being the fucking devil.
Discover skirts.
Yep, go ahead.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth,
Right?
and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
So it begins with the prophets, identifying them, letting the world know, and then Yahushua is going to come with the holy angels and destroy this place, man. That's the brightness of his coming, speaking about the destruction that's going to happen. Okay? Some more now? Yeah, keep going.
Verse 9, even him whose coming is after working of Satan,
Yep.
with all powers and signs and lying wonders.
Yep, and that's what he's getting ready to do with this mark of the beast. Powers of sign and lying wonders, man. Because with that chip, that chip is basically the resetter of the world. That's gonna be a wonder. No paper. If I'm blind, I can put a chip in my head and I can see. If I'm paraplegic, I can put a chip in my leg and get a prosthetic leg.
That's what he's talking.
This is the miracle shit, right?
What he's trying to do his is a great reset.
Yep.
He's gonna get reset.
Yep. Exactly.
The
Yep.
real reset is us.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
Just one big, like you said, the deceiver how he is.
Like updating the Windows 10 and your computer fucking up.
Yeah, it is.
The earth right.
Throw away the motherboard.
Yeah, shit, the earth right now is lagging. When you try to watch a video, it go like this.
Yeah, that's the earth.
It's buffering.
It's buffering.
Yep. You gotta reset the whole computer.
You gotta get the antivirus in this motherfucker.
Yep.
Is
The antivirus. Yeah, we gotta get the antivirus.
Yeah.
That's the
What it
mission.
says, the physician cut
Yeah.
off a long disease.
Yep.
You gotta quarantine it and purge it.
Go ahead.
Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
See? So those that follow under the trap of this devil, they're gonna be destroyed. Those that come into this fold, the scriptures speak about the simple returning. Okay? We was those simple that return back to Yahweh Shemal Shai. Alright, go ahead.
Verse 11, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie,
Yep.
that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in
You are
unrighteousness.
If you don't believe in the truth, you damn.
That's it. Because this lying wonder that this devil is about to do, all right, he's gonna try to imitate the chariots, all right, with their Project Blue Beam. He's finna try to do a whole massive of wickedness on the left hand side, man. That if you're not grounded and have the faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, your ass gonna be up out of there. All right, go ahead. That's it. Okay, that's it on that. All right, well, if anybody got nothing else, we'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honor to our apostles, great millstone, salutation to the icon of the four corners, pushing this truth. It's sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and tremble. Abba, Abba.
Abba.
Shalom.